Hello my friends, welcome back. This week, for the very first time, and super exciting for me, I am participating in what is known as a read-a-thon, which is essentially a reading marathon. And this particular reading marathon is a bit famous on this site. It is known as the booktube-a-thon, but this year we've had a bit of a rebranding and now it's called the Reading Rush. There's a website, you can register to have like an account and to have access to the forums and to be able to track your progress and win badges for completing challenges. It's all gonna be a really fun time, so I will leave all the links in the description if you want to participate. It's going on between Monday the 22nd of July and Sunday the 28th of July, and so today I'm gonna film a TBR, which is essentially what I intend to read or what I hope I maybe will manage to read, and then at the end I'll reflect a bit on how it went and I will share what I did manage to read with you guys. So for the past few years I've heard about this event and I have just never been able to participate. The timing was never right. The timing is so eerily right this year that I just couldn't let it pass me by. Now for this TBR, which is not something I usually do, I don't usually plan my reading, so this is all kind of a new experience for me. I'm going to try to frame it around the challenges, and so yeah, that's how kind of this TBR is framed, but I definitely don't think I'm gonna read this many books this week. So in an ideal world where I suddenly have the capacity to read like hundreds of pages every single day, I might be able to read this much, but very unlikely. So the first challenge is to read a book with the color purple on its cover. And for this challenge, I've chosen The Butterfly's Burden by Mahmoud Darwish. This is a bilingual poetry collection. It is written in both Arabic and in English, and I'm really excited to read this. I've only read a few poems by Mahmoud Darwish, but I've enjoyed them super thoroughly, and so I can't wait to get into this one. It is chunky and it's also bilingual, which means it's going to take me a bit longer to get through it. And with poetry, I like to really sit with the poems and like unpack them and really let them like seep into me, and so I think I probably won't finish this book, but I will likely dip in and out of it throughout the week, and I'm really excited to do that. So yeah, that's the first one. The second book, the second challenge, or one of the challenges, is to read a debut. Actually, like two of the challenges, read an author's first book and read a book with more than 5 words in the title, both of those would have this book would have fulfilled both of those things. On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong, and I literally just read it, so it's kind of missed opportunity there. This is the book that I've chosen, Celestial Bodies by Jokha Alharthi. It is also originally written in Arabic, but this one is a translated version, obviously, and it is the first Arabic translation to ever win the Man Booker International Prize, which is super exciting and a huge win for the Arabic language and for Arabic authors. And I don't know if you know, but I'm Arab, and so I'm like super excited about this and I want to like show my support. It's the kind of novel that I don't usually read, but I feel like it's going to be like heartbreaking and emotional, and it's gonna transport me into the world she builds, and so I'm really excited to also probably read this book in the same place the entire time, which is another one of the challenges. I'm really sorry if there's any background noise, like it's super annoying. One of the challenges is to read a book to movie adaptation and also watch the movie. These are my two options. I knew that I wanted to watch kind of like a nature movie. A book that I already had for a really long time and that I found out does have a movie is A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson. What's unique about this one as like a nature book is that it is actually really funny. Like Bill Bryson is actually a super funny and entertaining writer. It says somewhere, Bill Bryson could write about dryer lint or fever reductors and still make us laugh out loud. And that's true. I've started to read this book at some point, like a couple of years ago, and it was really hilarious until I stopped. So I do want to read this book and I do want to watch its movie, but I don't know if this is necessarily the kind of vibe that I would like to be in. So on the off chance that I'm in a different kind of vibe, there is a different nature related adventure book and movie that I would like to read, which is Wild, A Journey from Lost to Found by Cheryl Strayed. And so yeah, I have already seen the movie for this one, but I haven't read the book and I would really like to. And so those are basically my two options for this challenge. Already, like, the page count is so high at this point that I highly doubt I'll be able to read any more than that, but here goes nothing. Another challenge is to read a book with a non-human main character. And the book that I've chosen for this is Mort by Pratchett. This was really hard because all my books are of human main characters, but I realized, oh, Death isn't human. Okay, so yeah, Mort follows Death and Mort, who is, I believe, his apprentice, and that's about all I know. This is one of the Discworld novels, and so I'm really excited to read a Discworld novel, but who knows? I mean, I don't know if I'll get to this one, but I'm really excited about it. Another option for that same category of like a non-human protagonist is So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, which is the fourth of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series. I'm doing a reread this year, and it also has a bunch of words in the title, which I think is also another challenge. And so I might just do this one. It's also shorter, and I tend to get through Douglas Adams books like really fast, so it might be like the perfect read for the marathon. And finally, read a book that you meant to read last year and you didn't get around to. Other Minds. I literally have 2 chapters left of this book to finish it, and I just didn't finish it. And so I will be rereading the whole thing if I do read this book, rather than just pick up where I left off. But this is the book that I've chosen for a book that you meant to read last year. Although I am, again, spoiled for choice because I am terrible and I stop reading books midway through, and I keep books around for years and I don't read them. And so the other option is The Order of Time by Carlo Rovelli, who is an incredible writer, and it's an incredible book, also with purple on the cover, and look at that, how gorgeous is that? And so yeah, I intended to read this book last year. I also started it. I think I read 3 chapters. I read like 100 pages and then I just stopped. So yeah, I might be picking this one up. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the wrap-up video will literally be like, I didn't read any of these books. These are the books I did read. Maybe I won't read it all. This is just gonna be like a fun week of reading. It doesn't have to be high pressure. I'm not gonna stress myself out about this. Like, I literally just graduated. I just want to relax and I want to read some good books, and that's about it. And so kind of these are my choices. This is not a stable pile. Cool, so yeah, this is my TBR. I mean, I'm definitely not, if I read 2 of these books, I will be so happy. I highly doubt I'll read all of them, but lucky for me, a lot of them meet multiple categories. So like 3 of them are purple, a bunch of them have more than 5 words in the title, a couple of them have book to movie adaptations, and so yeah, I'm super excited. Yeah, tune in next week to see how I did.